Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? It's your girl V-Henny, man. You already know the vibes. Welcome to the Artistry where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday struggles. And you know how we do, man. We always have a dope guest in the building. She's born in Brooklyn, Harlem raised, doing her motherfucking thing. Businesswoman, hip hop artist, entrepreneur, all that good stuff. Make some noise for SIGDATRIG, aka Signature. How you doing?
Hi,
you
I'm so
doing?
happy to be here.
I'm happy you here. I'm really happy. I know we've been talking back and forth. Fun fact: I learned that your name was Signature.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Signature. So I got the name Signature back in high school because I will always say you can't do nothing without a signature. So you can't leave the hospital, you can't become president, you can't do nothing without a signature.
That's a fucking
Can't get
fact.
a check, can't cash a check.
As a fact. As a fact. So before we get into anything, I want to do a toast. I want to say just congratulations on everything you're accomplishing.
Thank you.
I know you've had many challenges and you're still pushing. And like you said, you can't go anywhere without a signature.
Right.
So this is to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Keep pushing.
Thank
Let's
you.
do this right here. This,
And
you
guess
know,
what? Even to get the signature is a challenge. So if I'm the signature, I gotta go through it.
you got to go through it.
I gotta go
Understand?
through it.
She got it right there. Let's
I
do
got
it.
y'all. You know, for the people that come behind me, I'm pushing through for y'all, so it'll be easy peasy.
And that's what we're talking about. Oh, right there. This is for you. Bang. We got that bamboo. That shit sometimes be like,
I know, take it to the chest.
but it tastes good.
It does.
tastes
It's
right.
smooth.
And I'm not a rum person, but I fuck with it. I fuck
love
with
it.
I
I love the coffee version too. Oh my god.
Have
They
I
have
had
the
Well,
coffee
I actually
version.
no. I've had the cream.
Yeah, that's what I call that, like the coffee version.
Oh, that's the coffee version.
Yeah, it's so
It reminds me of like a
Patron coffee kind of.
nah. You know what it reminds me of? A little bit of
Bombay.
like
I mean, this is Bombay.
like yeah, it is.
other
well,
thing,
no,
you
not
know what I'm
this is
talking
not
about?
Bombay. This is bamboo.
Okay, so Bombay, yeah.
Yeah, Bombay. I know what you're talking about, but it reminds me a little bit like a non-Hispanic coquito.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it reminds me
Yes,
of.
yes.
You know, congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
have Homage, the EP, which was 5 tracks.
Yes.
How long did it take you to do that track? That EP, should I say?
Okay, so this is the thing. Those songs are older songs. The newest one on there would be like Graveyard
Okay.
and Bottoms Up, which
Okay.
was still done last year. Homage was done 2017.
Really?
Yes,
And you was going in.
yes. So
Okay.
2017, I did Homage. And to believe it or not, a lot of my music that I'm putting out right now is music I did a few years ago.
Okay.
Because it's always been that I would do a song and then people would be like, yo, this is fire, but this is not what's in right now, and it's kind of gonna. So I will hold it, and then I will
Gotcha.
make like a freestyle or something that's in the show that I'm versatile.
Right.
And then I would listen and be like, all right, it's the time now. And then I would do it. Everybody be like, yo, and I'm like, just like even Habits that I got with Jim Jones. I
Right.
did that 2019. I did the video and put the song out in 2020. And originally Designer was supposed to be on it. I
Okay.
flew out to LA. He didn't answer the phone when I got out there, and then I ran into him at Chris Brown house.
Is it awkward? Was
It
it
was
awkward?
very awkward. Let me tell you how funny it was. So shout out to Designer. Prayers up to Designer was going on right now with him. And it was crazy because we walked in and he's mad tall. So he see me, he was like, mind you, I live in New York. So he's like,
Right.
what the hell is she doing? And at that, what is she doing here?
Right.
So he was like, Sig, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He just went right to me. I said, it's all right. Jim Jones jumped on it. He was like,
Okay.
nope, you got to wait till next time now. You got to wait. It's fire. You got to wait till next time now. But it was all love because, at the same time, I'm starting to learn, you can't always get mad or feel like somebody's trying to play you. Because me, I be super busy. A lot of people's always sending me stuff. And I just physically sometimes can't get into it. Like, I'm a career mom.
Gotcha.
I'm still being SIGDATRIG. I'm still trying to do new endeavors. So I understand when sometimes you want to get a part of something, you want to do something, but you just can't get to it.
Right.
So that's why I was like, yo, it's going to be more times. It was just funny because look how God worked. He brought me right in front of you, and you thought she was going to be low. Like, oh, she in New York. I'll see her when I get there.
That's hilarious. No. That's that awkward moment. Like, yes. Shit.
You're like, wait, what you doing here? And here, too. Like, it wasn't like a restaurant. We was in Chris Brown house for an after party. And it was like by accident we ended up there because we was like at another party. You know, when you're in LA for certain parties, industry parties, like you go house to house. It's not club to club.
Right.
So I remember Chris Brown being there. He was like, yo, everybody come to my house. We party in here. And look who I run into, designer.
That's wild. That's funny, though. That's funny. All right, so then you threw in Jim Jones.
Yes.
And that. You know what I love about that process? The fact of, you know, you're in a different phase in your life, right? So it's like now listening to these old projects.
It makes it seem current, right?
It did. Now, but my question is, have you realized or like did you notice any elevations within your craft?
Oh, yes.
So do you look at certain, or not look, do you hear certain songs and you're like, I could have done this maybe a little bit different?
You want to know what I feel the most difference would be?
Okay.
I would say production and mixing and mastering.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Other than that, I'm very confident in my craft and how I create, because I believe when you create, it's you.
Right,
so no one can tell you like, yo, you can do this, you can do that. Whatever comes out of you, now it's up to the mixing and mastering engineer to take it to that next level. So I feel like I noticed a long time ago I was ahead of my time. And when the Kanye West documentary came out, it gave me confirmation because I'm like, look, he did Through the Wire this many years. You got Justin Timberlake who did Mirrors, took him 7 years.
Right.
You got these are timeless songs. And one thing about me is proving, because I could put something on, people could like it, and it could be going up. And, you know, it comes to marketing, too.
Right.
But the people that do hear it is like they mess with it, and it shows I have timeless music. So I care about just kind of like perfecting that and making sure that the mixing and mastering is next level so that I could come through to people and they be like, yo, 20 years from now, I want them to feel like they just heard it, too.
Right.
Because people are just hearing it until I tell them, like, yo, y'all ain't even hear my new shit yet.
Right. No, that's
like my new stuff is not even out yet. This new to y'all.
Right.
And I had to tell myself that, like, it's new to y'all. It's old to me.
So with your new stuff, what improvements you've noticed within yourself?
Just my story.
Your story?
Just my story. That's all I do is tell my story. I've been had this flow. I've been had this cadence.
Okay.
I've been had like the beat tracks that I pick. And one thing too, another thing for producers that's out there, I do not do to send an email. I don't do that. I had a situation that someone sent me a song. Sent me a beat. I went online and 50 other people had the beat, and they was from different states, different countries. Yeah, he was leasing a beat.
That's what I was gonna just say.
I need someone to sit down and create with me. I am a creator. I'm not someone that you be like, here, spit these rhymes, say it like this. No, I come in, and while you're making a beat, I'm writing. And Rockwaller, that's the last person I did that with. Like, while he was making a beat, I was writing, so by the time he was done making a beat, I was done with my verse.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope, though. Because
that's creative. That
is,
but
that's a dope process. Not everybody can get into that creative flow like that. You know, everybody's different.
So hire me.
You heard it. Hire right here.
Hire me. I won't tell nobody. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not the artist that come in. I could get like that. But I'm not the artist that come in and be like, yeah, I did this, or I'm better than this. I'm not that. If I come in, I don't care if you the top artist. I don't care if you the lowest artist. If I think you dope, if I see something, I'm about the culture. I'm about music. I turn to music about everything. So when I turn on the radio, I want to hear something I want to hear. I don't want to be like confused. And like, I go to a lot of people's shows, especially with the new music right now, because I like to support and come out and see what's going on just because I create. So I want to know how to write and pen up. And most of these people can't even perform their songs because
they can't.
They're doing one take. They're doing I like to call it the easy E. You know, he do bar to bar when he records.
Right,
so they're doing that, and then they forget about the process where you got to perform it.
Right,
so
right.
now you seeing them doing like these jump, like drill mainly. They're doing like the jump, and then you're seeing the mic going this way because they can't keep up either breathing control.
Right.
So they can't perform. So like, why would I pay $300 for a ticket for you? And that's where you want to go, right?
No, you're absolutely right. Go ahead. You're right.
You're not performing, and then y'all got y'all. Well, I ain't gonna talk shit about that too, cause I be doing that.
But you know
too.
what though? This is why I love dealing with or working with established artists, right? Because you understand that. So a lot of up and coming artists, they don't have the artist development.
Yeah.
So hence the reason why they're jumping and the mic is here and they rap and whatever. They don't have the breath control. I just recently told an artist who performed at one of my show at SOBs, and I was telling him, I said, Joe, next time, I said, stop cuffing the mic.
Yeah.
I said, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
You understand? He's like, oh, nah. I said, you was cuffing the mic. It was muffled. I was like, you couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear the lyrics. And then I thought you're rapping over your own lyrics, your own music. You don't even have like a TV track or, whatever. So it's like a show track. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? So people always come to me and be like, yo, Sig, you mess with the old school niggas. And you know why I mess with the old school niggas? One, because it's sort of like I'm from the streets too, so it's like knowing the top drug dealer and stuff. You good, like
right.
You protected and stuff. But it's the same thing in hip hop. So it's like with them, they teach me like shout out to RA, the Rugged Man. Shout out to Onyx. They brought me out in their tour. They brought me out on 2 tour dates for the Back the Fuck Up 30-year anniversary, and they was like, I sent them my track, so they was like, yo, Sig, this song is dope and all, dope MP3, but you ain't performing like this. Send me the track or you ain't coming.
Right.
Because we don't do our crap. They was like, we got real hip-hop fans. Try to play the song in the background while doing, they're going to violate you.
Right.
It don't matter what race, they are hip-hop. They could be Asian, they could be mentally challenged, they could be all that. They are hip-hop fans, they know what they want.
No, it's true.
So I went and I started seeing, I said, yo, how I'm saying I want to get booked like Beyonce and all that. You don't see Beyonce having her music in the background.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That sometimes you do need that because some of these locations you go to, their equipment is messed up.
Right.
But really, like right now, that's what I'm getting on. Unless I'm doing like a quick freestyle and I ain't know that somebody want me to perform and they play my song in the background. But every time I do shows now, this is straight show tape. You're going to hear a little bit of my ad-libs in the background, maybe a chorus. But it's straight beat and me doing what I do.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, I want that. I want when people come out, they paying $300, $400 for a ticket for me, and they know that it was worth it. They be like, yo, I don't know how I got this $350, $400, but I know it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna have a good time. We're gonna drink. We're gonna have great music. And I want to give that energy. But if I'm coming and my song in the background, what's the difference of you sitting in your car and listening to the radio and singing along with me?
I think we've both been to several places with certain artists, and they're in the radio constantly. But like for me, I'm a big concert head person, so I do want that experience.
And that's how we make our money as artists. So that's something we have to perfect. And like not right now, the past like decade, I would say, music is not about talent anymore. It's not about hard work. It's about clout. You don't even have to put the hard work in. You can do one thing that just makes you go viral, and now all of a sudden people look at you like you're a hard worker.
So let me ask you a question when it comes to because you're mentioning that, right? And I noticed, like, you've posted in the past, like, like how we know you're dope, but the factor of, like, your Instagram is, like, the algorithm is fucking you up. They banning you.
Listen, anything with streaming is messing me up. I don't know. Listen, it's happening right now on V-Henny show. I don't know who the hell I pissed off, but I'm sorry. Feel me? I'm sorry.
She's saying, que saca demonio. Like,
no me jode. I'm sorry again.
I'm sure it's frustrating. And it's like you're talented, you're pushing, you're letting people know you're trying to push through that algorithm, but I'm sure it's frustrating the fact that
I cry all the time.
The clout is because of clout.
It's weird because I got the clout too, but not on
the gram or whatever, social media. Okay.
But in real life, I come out and I'm standing next to the person with the clout and niggas don't know who they are. So I'm like, wait. So I walk in the room and Kanye West would be like, yo, Sig. And then this person that had 3 million followers next to me, and he don't know who the hell this person is.
Right.
So it's like, what's happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand what's happening, but
How long has that been happening, though?
This been happening to me for like 6 years, like 6, 7 years. Yeah, this been happening like 6, 7 years. Like, like for instance, even my song Habits I got with Jim, right? This is no lie, I sat in a room one time with 100 people just like this with a projector. And we was all getting lit, so nobody mind. And I had everybody go on there, lit YouTube, and play the joint just to get me a view. My shit didn't move. It didn't even move to the next 100. Like, it's still there. It's still there 3 years later. The same thing. 100 and I think it's like 116,000. It won't move from there. So it's like, but then I would go somewhere, or I could go to a concert, or I could go to Boston, or I could go to Saudi Arabia, and it's people who know SIGDATRIG. I would do a live with someone that is dark where they at, and it's daytime where I'm at, and they like, yo, we heard this and we listen to this, and it's like, this is not adding up. It's not making sense. And I know we already know that there's people in power that have control of social media, streaming platforms.
So do you feel like you're blackballed?
I'm rubbing on it. I'm trying to rub on it and make you feel good again. It's not working. Ain't no more balls down here. I don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't want to say that because it might make it worse. But what y'all think?
Like, a lot of people are saying, like, now, like, oh, you can't get blackballed anymore because the internet's taking over. Okay.
Right? I know a company that work with most of the top artists in this industry. And when they drop a record, they call them 24 hours before and be like, within 24 hours, I need 1 million views because it's about the timing to get it.
Gotcha.
This is a fact.
Okay.
So if you can do that, and these are artists that don't need it. And I'm not going, because then that's probably where
we're not, we're not going to do that.
These are top artists, and if they're doing that, if I'm somebody that's coming in, right, this is a fact that everybody know about me. I know everybody in the game. Anybody that can do anything, like, that's why I said in my song, you can unfollow me. I don't care. Will I Am follow me. Will I Am is somebody that wouldn't even probably be in my caliber because I do hip-hop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Will I Am follows me. He likes my music. Shaquille O'Neal don't follow me, and I have DMs from him like, yo, keep going, that's fire, send me this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, people are watching, and the thing is, I forgot what the hell I was just about to say right now. Because
Blackball.
It just with this situation, I just feel like people don't like that I know the business. So if you come to me and you be like, everybody came across me, don't get it twisted. I had a bunch of deals come my way. I having a song saying you could sign the contract for $1 million. Now here you gonna get $1 million. Right. So it's like, I know the business. I know this is like student loan. It's just called hip hop.
You went to school for international business.
I went to school for international business. So this is I went to school to get in the gun industry.
Okay.
To be honest. So like you come and you get a loan from these labels. Right? I have my own ISRC code. I have my own song trust, sound exchange, and I'm dropping jewels right now, artists. So this is what y'all need too. I have my own BDS, all that stuff, right? If let's say Sylvia Rowan and somebody was to come to me and be like, listen, I got this contract for you, but I like your music, but I need you to give me a song that's not out right now. Why you think she asking me for that?
Why?
Because if something is out and they know and I already probably register it, she can't have no control. Shout out to Sylvia Rowan. This is not a true story, so don't
yeah.
But it's like, but it's just an
just an example, guys. Yeah.
But it's like, if she comes to me and I already have everything going on, and then if I give her a new song, then she'll have control. So now she could put me under her publishing. She could put me under her code. She could do all this. That she gets the royalty and then pay me. Instead of me setting it up and I get paid or get paid at the same time. I'm considered hard to work with in this industry. And when people say that, oh, SIGDATRIG's hard to work with, they're not meaning I have an attitude. They're not meaning bad energy. They're meaning I know my business. And this is a get fucking do or do the fucking business. Period.
Right.
If I'm coming in and saying, listen, cool, all right, I'm in the studio with Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, if I'm in the studio with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, yo, I got my split sheets ready. I'm not walking out the studio until Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. They gonna be like, yo, that's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, right? Because that's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Right.
I need this sign. If you really want me to win, you know that how important these royalties and stuff is, because if it get picked up by TV, the song, listen, my song don't have to do good on radio. It don't have to do good on streaming. But 15 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, Tyler Perry could do a movie and be like, yo, this fits my movie. That's
right.
royalties for me.
Right.
Then I wind up blowing up and getting the check I wanted with still living a life to go to Target and nobody stopped me. Crazy. And still get paid the same way.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's why I don't want to really say blackball, but then kind of, because it's like people know like they can't do certain stuff with me that they could do with new artists that don't really know.
And that's what I was going to ask you, because, you mentioned that how people say that you're hard to work with, because again, you had mentioned like, yo, people say I'm standoffish. Mm-hmm. And it's like, is it that you're standoffish, or is it just like you said, the business aspect? They want you to dumb it down,
Yeah.
So, but I also know that you had you was on Twitter and you had tweeted like maybe around a month ago or so that how you want to be a better soul, mm-hmm. and that your attitude's been crazy for way too long, mm-hmm. and that so do you feel like you can be so strong as well?
Let me tell you what I meant by that.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you what I meant by that. So it would be times that I get invited somewhere, right?
Okay.
And when I walked in, my ego would be like, y'all invited me. Are you not playing my music?
Okay.
Are you not shouting me out on a thing?
Okay.
I was entitled.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was feeling, my ego was like up here, because I'm like, yo, I got songs with Diddy, Trey the Truth, Trey Songs, Too Short. How y'all shouting this person out? They don't even got none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been on Funk Flex. He brings people up and coming artists, cousin me. I was the 5th girl to be on there with 2,000 followers. I was entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I said was, you know what? Let me start all over. Let me walk in and act like nobody know who I am.
Gotcha.
And give them a new introduction.
Okay.
Let me show them that I don't feel like you don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Let me come in and be like, hey, my name is SIGDATRIG. Like, if you want to, or if you get time to, can you stream my music? Because I know they're going to like it.
Right.
But this industry, this job that we're in right now, you have to be likable. So all that, there's 2 things that gives me a pet peeve when people be like, I don't care what people think about me, because I was there, and that's where the new soul thing come from. And when they be like, I'm not your parent, I don't need these kids looking up to me. You can't help what the kids look up to. If you famous, they're looking up to you. So make sure you move in a way that if they was to kill themselves behind you, if they was to get themselves in jail, if they was to become a slut behind you, that's your fault, because you're inspiration, whether you want to or not. When you join this entertainment business, that's a cult.
Gotcha.
That people is looking up to you.
I understand it, because I'm like, with me, it's not that I'm standoffish. I'm just a strong woman too.
Alpha.
Like I'm very
women.
and I'm like, for me, it's like you're not taking me for a sucker.
Yes.
But I'm big on energy. Mm-hmm. Like if your energy's right, I fucks with it. If your energy's off, I stay away from it.
Right.
You understand? But I understand the concept to business. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that with this industry is like, it sucks because you have to at times play chess. And
I love chess.
Have there been many moments where you had to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation?
Just last night.
Okay.
I do it every day. I just did it coming here. I was uncomfortable having to come here with my daughter and my dog. I always call myself, I be on D&D. Y'all D&D is something else. Mine is daughter and dog. And it's, what's another thing? Because it's like, a lot of people don't know, like, I don't have a nanny.
Okay.
I don't have a manager. I don't have a publicist. I do everything by myself, not by choice, but I have to, because if I don't do it, how you going to know who am I? So it's like the uncomfortable thing is having to go places and know that you're not supposed to be there, but you have to build. Because I'm, again, at a point that I'm starting all over. Because
so you're revamping yourself right now.
I'm revamping right now. And not by look. It's more so of just like, there's a lot of things that I had to sit back and be like, yo, if I would have just did this for 5 minutes, all it took was 5 minutes. If I would have did this, I could get a better fan base. And now, just for me doing it, I'm watching my followers go up.
Okay.
I'm watching my crowds get bigger. Okay. I'm watching my merch sell more. I'm watching my makeup and stuff. Okay. I'm watching people actually be like, yo, I really like you. You really dope. Like, I want to figure out how to get you out there more. And I was like, damn, this is all I needed to do, instead of being like, you don't know who I am. You know, because
I
I'm
get
a
it.
Leo. So it's like,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So I'm a Leo with a big ego. So I just be like, I tell people all the time, I'll be like, my name is SIGDATRIG and I'm working on my ego. You know how like,
Yo, that's gonna be a clip right there.
yeah, my name is SIGDATRIG. I'm working on my ego. So it's like I'm really like moving towards that, and it's working for me.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So now, instead of feeling like I'm supposed to happen, like when I'm coming to people, you want to know what's even crazy? This is like an exclusive, right? I got a job.
Okay.
And I just got a job.
I saw you made a tweet about that too.
I just got a job, right? It's kind of not a job, but it is a job. So that's what I'm saying is a job.
Okay,
But
okay.
I have someone that supervises over me that tells me what I need to do, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm still doing whatever I've been doing.
Right.
And which is helping me be able to be managed. Because remember, I just said I don't got a manager.
Yeah. So wait, before anything, it was somebody told me to be humble, so I got a job.
Yeah.
That was the
Yes, somebody told me to be humble, so I got a job.
Go ahead.
I really did that.
Okay.
So I went and I started working so that I could take orders, because I'm so used to being a boss that and me having my own merch, my own makeup line, skincare line, I'm like,
Yeah, because if you're gonna have a manager,
I gotta be able to listen.
And I say we because I've managed.
Yeah.
And I still do. We are like the parent.
Yes.
We gotta be on top of your ass, and it's the kid. It's like a parent-child relationship in a sense.
I've been a kid in Sparford in the industry, basically, because it's like they like send her ass to Sparford. She'll get it. Hopefully, she won't end up a job. But it's like with me, it's like I said, look, let me learn how to take criticism. Let me learn how to work with a team that if they be like, yo, do this, because the end result is this. You may not like it. You may have to do some stuff you don't want to do to get to where you want to go, but it's not going to last long. So I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to work on my ego and work with people. And it's been a challenge. I've only been there 6 days. And it's been I'm like, sales, all that stuff is great for me. I sell gym memberships.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
so
sell.
with LA Fitness.
Yeah, LA
okay,
Fitness, right?
yes.
So I sell gym memberships, and I was just like, it's a great crowd because, okay, it's been a little weird. I had like a little stalker. I had people that noticed me when they came, and I was telling my manager, and at first, the first day, of course, he thought like, wait, yeah, I'm sure people, you're a pretty girl. I'm like, no, I kind of was like a little bit on TV, and I do music. And he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's dope. I hope you make it. And then he seen it, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, so we have to make sure people watching you right now.
Right.
Because people started, but then I started selling. So what I did was I took it as, let me learn how to work with people. Let me learn how to be quiet and not say how I feel all the time.
Wow.
And then at the same time, I'm able to still get something done, and at the end, I feel good. I actually feel better
that's
that I
growth.
made it happen. It was growth.
That's dope.
And that's why I said someone told me to be humble, so I got a job. Because the most humbling thing is to get a job and know that any moment you could be busting your ass and a nigga will fire you. But the great thing about me, I get fired. I got my own.
You got your own
I got
stuff.
my own
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
going
yeah,
on already.
yeah. No, that's dope. I like
and
that.
it's gonna end with a collaboration. Trust me. I
Right,
will be
right.
collaborating with LA Fitness. We already started. They let me sell my merch there.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, they let me sell my merch there. I done brought a DJ there, so we've been bringing DJs. They let me do what I do there as SIGDATRIG. And the same way I'd be like, yo, come on, let's work out. Now I get paid for that. I get a commission off of that.
That's dope.
So
Congratulations
it's a job,
on
that's
that.
not a job, right?
I
Thank
mean,
you.
yeah, like you said, it's a job that's not a job, because at the end of the day, you're also enjoying it. There's a
having
difference.
fun.
When you enjoy a job, it's like, it's a whole different feel, like opposed to like you working somewhere and you're like, yo, I don't want to be here, X, Y, and Z, whatever,
Yes.
So that's dope. That's dope that you have that mindset. It's not even the mindset, it's also the growth.
Yeah.
So I told this to someone yesterday. I'm like, you sometimes have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And how bad do you want it? The main thing is with this, my only problem is money to pay for marketing. I got everything else.
Right.
I've been trying to go to people to invest in me, which goes back to their rules. I've been trying to go to people to pay, which go back to their rules. So if I come and I pay for every single thing, me being that I'm blessed to have the direct contact to people that people pay people to go to, I could just do it myself.
Right.
And now I don't have to rush, because another thing is we rush. We feel like, oh my God, this I could use for me. Oh my God, Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all these people is popping. I gotta drop it something. I don't need to drop nothing, because
Right.
music is timeless.
Right.
Let them do what they do. Sit back, perfect your shit, so that when you drop, now that's what I say. For instance, you had Lola Brooks. You had Lola Brooks that just 3 months ago was right here.
Right. Right.
Then you had Scarlett come. Now we hear Lola Brooks, but we hear Scarlett.
Right.
So it shows as quick as this industry could just go.
Nice, switches
Just
up
perfect,
quickly. Yeah.
just perfect what you're doing, and shout out to them, because they all doing their thing, and I'm loving that females is running the game right now. We are killing. We are out rapping guys. We making
Right.
them feel uncomfortable.
Do you feel like remember like back then when in hip hop when they mainly made like the women go against one another? Do you feel like it's like that now? Or
Of
like
course.
the support is do you feel like there's more support though now with with the ladies rappers?
I feel like the ladies want to support, but the men that's on their team is what
is causing
because it's always men.
Okay.
It's always men that'll be like, yo, like, cause men come to me doing it. Like my guys in my crew, they be like, yo, Sig, these now fucking with you, and I be like, yo, chill, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if they hear that, they think that's how I'm thinking, and now you not understanding they girls, they not gonna come to you, they gonna come to me. And then I gotta get in defense mode just because they
Right.
heard you. So it's like it be the men, and I get that they feel that's the way to big us up, to
Right.
make them feel like they're supporting us. But I feel like what we should really be doing is like, yo, this person I think we should put y'all together and do this and do that. Instead they'd be like, yo, her body whack, or she ain't that pretty, or her bars is mediocre. Like they will put that in your head that like you would still be like, oh no, it's not. And then a moment you could come and you could just catch, because all of our women go through it. You could be the best looking person, you're gonna find an insecurity of yourself.
Right.
It could be just that day you woke up, because you know you have your days.
Right.
And you'll be like, yo, I'm not really feeling myself. So now you walk into a spot, you see them, they having their day that they feeling themselves, and you just like, this bitch, well, I remember, look at her stomach. Oh,
Right.
She got you know what I'm saying? You're going to find something, because now, and then you're going to go next to that crew who was already saying that, so they amp you up more. It's always the men, I promise, because I see it all the time, and I don't even think they notice it. Because it could just happen
Because
without
for
in
men-
the industry. They could do it in the hood.
Let's keep it a stack. Like for the men, not all, but majority of them, hip hop is a competitive sport.
Well, for me, it is.
You understand?
I feel like Michael Jordan and rest in peace Kobe Bryant and all that, but I want the ring, and only one ring could come. And then after that, let's go to dinner. I pay for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get
All
what you're
love, come
saying.
to my crib. But at the end of the day, it's a competitive sport. And and a lot of people is too sensitive for hip hop. If I come in and
You think a lot of people, is it because of the era we're in now?
No.
Or it's just
No.
been like that?
It been like that. Cause at the end of the day, like me, I like Nicki, I like Foxy, I like Kim, Remy. I like all of the females that was Charlie Baltimore. Like I like all of them, right? But at the same time, like I feel like it got to a point that you get to the point to compete, and with that competing, they turn it to beef. And you be like, yo, this is not beef. This is just showing, like, I always compare it to basketball. If I was to play you one-on-one, you think I'm be like, oh my God, hold on, let me not foul you like this. Let me, I just made 3 shots. Let me try to let you make one. No, I'm going to bust your ass, and then you better get in your practice tomorrow. I'll play you again. Come on, chuck it up. We out to the club.
Right, I get
That's
it.
how it should be. But instead, you want to sit there
That's
and
in
be
a
like,
perfect world, though.
yeah, no, it's not, because it happened, and it happens with the men. So why the women can't do it? The men does it.
I mean, yeah, the men do it, but I guess
The women is too sensitive. They want to enter this man's world of hip hop, because that's who started it. Shout out to my aunt Roxanne Shantae, because she the first female, and I want to know how she feel about what's going on right now with the females running it. But mainly it was men. And with the men, they will be on this, but then they could be around each other. The women want to fight. They want to be on some, oh, well, you said this about my hair. You called me a bitch. Bro, the nigga called you a bitch. What are you talking about? Why you ain't say nothing to him?
And it's just removing the emotions. And again, like us women, we tend to be emotional with certain things. Shout out to all the ladies right now doing it, because they're doing it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I am too. I'm ready.
Listen,
I'm ready for an album. I'm ready for all female that's popping right now. I don't know who could do it because I've been trying to do it, but I'm a female rapper, so they always feel like I'm being weird. Let's find someone who can grab all of the females. Let's make a mixtape for the summer or an album for the summer with straight, hot, fire females that's coming out of the United States. Then we could hit UK and let's turn it into a tour. Let's get money, ladies.
You know what? You know what I love about you, Sig, is the fact of you love helping people, and that's a beautiful thing. But it's also
the God in me.
But it's but it's also a curse.
I know. It is a curse, and that's why I always compare myself to an arrow. So in an arrow, if you shoot it, the front part always gets damaged, but the stick part is safe.
Right.
The stick part is the people. I'm the hard part because I can handle it. I got heart. I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. So I always compare myself to that, and I always compare myself to a chameleon that I could blend in anywhere.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
It's cool, but the thing of what I want, if anybody can't take nothing else from me, just take that I keep going. I'm telling you, I go through everything. I literally, she could tell you, I just came here with my daughter and dog. I had to go drop her off. I came from Jersey. I do so much stuff through the day that people wouldn't believe. I don't have help. I don't have someone that can pick up, drop off for me. I do that, and then I get to where I'm going, and then I make it look good, and then I look good doing it.
Right.
So it's like, keep pushing. There's no excuses.
It's like I'm a little.
It's just solutions.
I'm like surprised, but I'm not surprised that you don't have a team. But the reason why is like I am, because I'm like the way you moving. But then the reason why I'm not surprised is because I understand the way you're moving.
You can't hire anybody.
So yes, because we in this industry, we understand not everybody. As so many people be like, I'm ready for this. I want this. And it's like their mindset is not, they're not ready. They don't know how to behave.
They be groupies.
It's wild.
You know how many people, I had this camera guy. I had a few camera guys. I would be like, yo, I sit down with them. I have them sign an agreement. And I'd be like, listen, I'm fun to work with. You get what I'm saying? You don't know. You're going to meet me probably in the projects, and we probably going to end up in Diddy house.
Right.
All I ask is to hold yourself down. Don't do no weird shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I will go. We'll be fine. I bring them around Diddy. They start forgetting to record me. They start doing so. And now they're sending Diddy footage, and my footage don't come to 4 months later, and I paid you.
Right.
And then they'll be like, why you not working with such and such? Because I keep running into people that's looking at my gram, that's looking at how it is when they're around me physically, because I'm lit in real life.
Right.
Like, I'm really lit in real life. Like, this social media, I promise it don't bother me with that. It only bothers me if I have a meeting and niggas trying to bring that up, and I'll be like, yo, just come outside with me.
Right.
I get it. I'm about to drop my documentary and my movie so you can really see. Because this social media shit is fake. It's not real. You got everybody from the top artists that's buying followers, buying likes, buying comments. My shit is organic. So at the end of the day, I'm not buying nothing. Right. And then on top of that, why buy it when I still get to rub shoulders? I'm getting invites to Grammys. I'm getting invites to BET Awards. I'm getting invites to people cribs. I'm getting invites to sessions. So how you're not, and you have bigger following than me. So it's not real. So at the end of the day, I want to just push for people to keep going. Don't give up. And when I say don't give up, is if something is not moving at the time, just find a different way to do it.
Is this the reason why you call yourself the voice
of the lost souls?
Yes.
Yeah, the voice of the lost souls, because I feel like you lose your soul in this. I've seen so many people, like, I just shared 4 months ago, I tried to commit suicide, and a lot of people wouldn't even expect that from me, right?
Okay.
Because I was getting to the point that I was embarrassed.
Okay.
I was embarrassed. I was feeling like, yo, I got tired of people coming to me like, yo, don't you know this person or that person? Like, why they not helping you? Or why they not putting you a part of certain stuff? And I'm not the type of person that be like, yo, can you do this for me? It's just not in me. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to give up, and I don't know how to really act sometimes.
Okay.
So I would be like, yo, I'm watching people that was just in my team, and then they'll go work with someone that just came out and then blow them up and then forget about me. And then in the process of working with me, I probably was giving them money for rent. Like, we're not talking about it. I was doing stuff that was just outside of me being a client.
Gotcha.
And then you couldn't even like put the helping hand back out, right? And you know my situation. So it's just like I was getting frustrated, and literally, I lied to you not. I posted something on Instagram, and Dame Dash was like, that post just don't look good. And he called me, and he was just like, I'm about to put you on the phone with my therapist. Shout out to Taj. He's the hip hop therapist in LA. And he sat on the phone with me 3 hours, right? Got me back. I'm talking about I wasn't eating for days. My daughter was noticing. I was sitting in the dark. I barely was using the bathroom.
Wow.
I was trying to be out of here. I was trying to figure out a different way to do it because I couldn't do it a different way. So I was like, I'm going to starve myself. I'm not going to sleep. I was just wilding, right?
That's deep.
So Dame comes back on the phone after I'm back, and he goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? What about Milan? Don't you ever do this again? I'm like, bro, like, for 3 hours. Like, what you do? But it had to get to that because it was just showing, like, yo, I had to realize there is people that care about me.
Right.
And sometimes when you feel like that they not doing certain stuff, it don't always mean because of that. Sometimes they see something bigger for you, and that's too little for you. So it's like the next day I got a call, and they asked me to come do Apollo with Mr. Cheeks.
Oh, wow.
And, like, stuff been going up since then. And then I was just sitting there like, yo. And then I got called to do Wu-Tang Radio. So I started doing Wu-Tang Radio. Now I'm sitting down with people who started hip-hop, people that's signing the top artists that's out right now. I'm interviewing them.
Right.
And they sitting here like, whoa, I never heard about you. You, like, wait, hold on. You fire. Let's try to figure this out. And now I'm meeting new people. And I say, yo, that was the devil really in my head of, like, trying to use, and social media, too. That I could go on social media and see something. And that's just like, let's say, for instance, you working with me, you started your business with me, right? And then out of nowhere, I start working with him, and he doing the same thing you doing, and I blow him up. And you just like, wait, I was with you from the beginning.
No, it's the perception of...
That makes you feel crazy. It makes you not feel good enough. It makes you feel embarrassed.
Right.
So I was sitting here, and I'm like, yo, I never want to get to that point again. I got my daughter that she may face some challenges in life, and I need her to know how I got past it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need her to know, like, when you really, really want something, keep pushing. Like, keep going to a level that
push that
you
pain.
Get what you want, because guess what? I could say right now in my point in life, I really feel the level up.
Good.
Like, I don't care what it look like right now. Like, I feel the level up, and watch next year.
I'm watching.
And every year I go up. But watch next year. Like, I'm already speaking movies for myself. I'm speaking talk TV shows. I'm speaking labels. I got my own record label already, but I'm speaking, like, taking it to the next level, grabbing artists, because I am naturally an A&R. I know who's going to pop. I know I done reached out to Scarlett a year ago, 2 years ago. I done reached out to Younger May a year before she popped. I can tell. I know when people is gonna pop, but I don't know if people. That's where the ego come in. I'm trying to, like, revamp, because I think it's something with me that people feel like, yo, is she trying to play me or set me up? Because she an artist too, or da-da-da. And it's like, no, I really love the culture. And if I see that you could bring something that I'm not hearing, and I can help with that, because I know a lot of people. Like, I mean, going to BET, I know the people. Right. I could really position people. That's why I call myself the female Diddy.
Nah, you could definitely position a lot of people. That's why I said that's the beauty to where your mindset is at, where you want to help others. Mm-hmm. You know, me personally, I feel like, yeah, definitely you can do that. But I think it's time for you to start helping yourself get to that position.
Everybody say that, but you want to know what helps me? Helping people.
I understand that, but
I don't know how to do that.
But you
Teach
gotta,
me.
like, what's that saying where like you help so many people? Like, how can y'all help you if you don't help yourself, right? And it's like a lot of people are not ready to help themselves or other people to help them.
But the only way I help people is the way that I already help myself. So, like, let's say, for instance, if I do a tour for myself, right, and I get myself out, if I put you on my next tour, I already did it for me.
And
so
I get
I'm not
that.
doing something that, like, I'm walking you into a deal and getting you a deal and don't get me a deal. I ain't doing that.
Okay.
But what I'm doing is I'm getting people exposure because I'm noticing that, like, again, going back to the clout, you have people that have this certain clout and they don't got talent. And they don't have the drive or they don't have the work ethic.
Right.
So it's like, then you have people who do have it, they just don't got the connections.
Right.
So if I could come in and the shit don't cost me nothing to
No,
do that, I'm letting God. I promise, I'm letting God position me, because that's why I may not get Jay-Z to call me and be like, yo, Sig, I see what you're doing. Let me do this for you. But then I get a situation that probably I'm fucking backed in rent. I don't know how to such and such, and then money just fall in my lap.
It's a beautiful thing. I help a lot of artists myself.
Yeah.
But I also, within this process, I also learned that just because I could bring you to the lake, that doesn't mean I can make you drink the water. And unfortunately, in our culture, our industry, there's a lot of egos here. And there's a lot of, especially nowadays, there's a lot of entitlement. And it's sad because, so that's why I was just saying,
Everyone says this to me, though.
But
maybe I'm not seeing something, because I promise this is always my combo.
All right, because I'm just like, I don't want you to it's dope to help others, but I feel like it's time for you to start helping yourself, because you deserve to be where you want to be. You understand? That's why I meant that, because I'm like, for me, I'm like, Sig, I met you. When I met you, you came to my event, and I don't know if you remember.
I do remember. It was in LES.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Because I called my friend and I seen y'all posting, and I said, I don't know them and I want to meet them. So I'm going to the event. So
when you pulled up, I feel like, again, the energy was dope. I feel like I text you, you text me, whatever. We continued.
Yeah.
And me personally, like the little that I know of you, I think you're a dope soul.
Thank you.
I think you're a dope soul. I don't give a fuck what anybody else got to say about your past or whatever that. I don't care about that. What I do care is the fact of how you show me that respect, and you always been genuine with me, and I reciprocate the energy. That's how I want to do. So for me, it's like watching you and seeing certain things on social media. Again, it can be fake, but still, I'm like, you deserve to get to where you want to be. You work too fucking hard.
Yeah.
You have that work ethic. You understand? Like, I know you want to help others, but everything that you're saying about, if they have the work ethic and they have this, you have all of that. Start doing that for you.
Yeah. And
I'm not saying you're not. No. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Because it is times that, it's a lot of times that where the hurt will come in, that I will put myself to the side for certain situations. Like, it's times that I call Drewski or I call DJ Will, or call somebody and be like, yo, play this record for my peoples. And they'll be like, but Sig, you just sent me your record. It's either going to be yours or theirs. I'll be like, yo, play mine next week. Just play their shit just so they could. And they be like, yo, Sig, this is why I mess with you, but you got to stop doing this. Like, they will always say that, because they be like, yo, you want to be an executive or you want to be an artist? And I'm like, yeah, of course I want to be an artist, but I also like making people feel good that they probably never would have this. Who knows how I could change their life for that little moment.
So I think you need to make a decision. I
made it already. I'm gonna be an artist. I made it already. I'm an artist, but at the same time, right now, it's just more so of I feel like I'm reintroducing myself.
Okay.
And the way that I'm reintroducing myself is just like I'm going to certain events. I'm not going to every event.
Okay.
But I'm going to certain events. If they don't know about me, I'm making sure people who's not leaving without knowing who SIGDATRIG is if they're in there. So if it's 100 people in there, I'm leaving with 100 more people that knows about me.
Right.
So because I'm not afraid, I don't walk into a spot and just be like, hope somebody come up to me.
Right.
I don't do that. I be like, yo, what's up? My name's SIGDATRIG. Like, you got Instagram? I'll follow you back. Oh, you stream? You what music stream you use? Oh, okay, I'm here, I'll go to my website. Oh, these are my hats. This is my thing. You into skincare? I'm like that. I'm a salesperson. I'm a walking LLC. So it's like at the same time, that's not a problem for me. The problem is I can come with you, and now I'm walking to BT, and I'm like, yo, you don't know V-Henny? She got this joint. Yo, you got to give her a show right now. Now I'm selling you, but I'm very good at selling. So they'll be like, yo, that's it. We got you next time. Thank you for giving me V-Henny. And then it's like, now it blows up, and I'm like, damn, I ain't even get a credit. I can't get executive producer.
But you know what, though? You know what? See, there's the difference. You could do that. See, like a person like me, though, while you pitching me, I'm pitching you. You understand?
Right.
But that's the issue that I guess that's the issue that you're not finding.
I ain't running into that.
But I get it, because trust me, I get that part. Like you want people to show that love, but I feel like you are what you attract.
But you know what? I will say I have my homegirl Shahanez.
Okay.
And ever since we've been hanging out, that's what it's been. It's been cross promotion with each other.
Right.
And you know, I've been noticing that ever since I've been going to this revamp, because I told you 4 months ago where I was at. For the past 4 months, the revamp been the people that's been coming around me and attracting to me, because I swear I always say that you are who you attract.
Yeah.
I promise I always say that. And I feel right now the only thing that I'm missing, right? Because people still be like, yo, Sig, you don't need a manager yet. I'm like, yes, the hell I do. And that's all I'm missing: a manager, a publicist, a hairstylist, and a camera guy. I got everything else.
And that's fine. That's going to come to you.
Because it came to me within these 4 months of like switching. Like,
right.
It went from this person to this person now, this person to this person, because I changed how I move. And I'm noticing, again, going back to the job, I remember I would, like, let's say I would hit Will up because I known him for so long, right? And I hit him and be like, yo, Will, I just dropped this joint here. Play my joint tonight. He'd play it, but that's not how you talk to him. But because he know me and rock with me, he do it, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm learning, like, yo, if you get a chance, this is what I got. If you could and you could squeeze it in, can you please play this?
Right.
Or do you mind playing this? It changed the feeling of stuff.
Gotcha.
So that's where
it's helping
humble
you.
yourself. Yeah, so I got a job.
Yeah, it's helping you with your delivery.
Yes, and that's what's been a problem with me.
Okay.
It haven't been just me. I can't just blame it of me knowing the business, because you run into the right person that want to see you win. They love that.
Right.
It's been my delivery. I will go to people, and I noticed it. I even went through text messages, and I'd be like, yo, I really set this in person like this. Like, yo, play this tonight. I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be in the building. Play this. Instead of like, yo, if you don't mind, I know you probably got a mix already, but if you could squeeze this in. If not, just next time, just so you can have it. And I've been seeing the difference. Like, super, super much. And I'm like, I literally just, again, going into this revamp mode. And that's why I feel like that's what's really going to take me up, because I attract people regardless. The people that don't like me start liking me again and forget why they ain't like me.
I mean, it's always like that, right? Yeah, it's always like that.
So that's why I say, yo, let me fix this delivery. Thank you. It's
But look, I want to say.
Oh, I have this. I got this book from the person who wrote it, because I used to work for Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay.
Power. I used to work for Abercrombie and Fitch, and Dove, the owner of Abercrombie and Fitch, was best friends with Robert Greene.
Really?
And he came to it was a flagship store in Soho, in Broadway, and he brought this to me. I got his signature and everything.
That's dope.
I was like, yo, every time I see it, I got to get Angie Martinez.
That's a great book. I want to say, though, honestly, Sig, I think, again, like going back to your story, I just want to see you win. You know, like you're one of those that, you know, like
I'm winning though.
You are, but
I'm
I
winning.
mean,
you want to know why? Because I have people like you. When you have people that do want to see you win, and you have to say that to people that just don't. Like, there's really people that just don't.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
they could be doing this for years and they don't get anywhere.
Right.
I've been able to be blessed to be on TV, to work with the greatest, the legends of this game, to be around and get respected by the newcomers of this game, to be interviewed by the best, the people that's becoming the best. So I'm winning. It's just levels to this industry.
Right. And so when I say I just want to see you win, I want to see you win to where you want to go.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, and I know you're getting there. You will get there too at that, you know, because I'm a strong believer of the power of manifestation, you know. So just the fact of you know, especially overcoming like what was happening 4 months ago and then where you're at now is again, it's part of the process.
Yeah.
And this is why people don't realize, this is why there's steps to success. Because I feel like this is all part of your personal development at this point. You already have the artist development, but now this is preparing you for the level ups that you're going through. You understand? So again,
more money, more problems.
Right. So, honestly, it's dope just to see the elevation. And I'm proud. I'm proud of you,
Thank you.
So, before anything, before we end it, I do want to ask you lastly, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Wow. That's a great question. What have I done for the first time? I bought a dildo.
Oh! Wait, but that was the first time you ever bought it?
Never.
Really?
Never. So I haven't had sex the whole 2023.
Okay.
Right? I just got out of an 11-year relationship. I was engaged to my daughter's father. And I was just like, I wanna date, right? I wanna do all this, but I wanna become my best self, because obviously if you was in something for 11 years, you can't just jump into something else because you're gonna bring the baggage.
Right.
If you start noticing little stuff that you telling yourself like, no, I'm ahead of game. I've been through this. I know where this is gonna go. But it may not go that way because you're bringing the baggage from over here. So yeah, I went to the store. I forgot my homeboy name because that became my homeboy. I bought some cute little lingerie, everything from there too. And he always tried to sell me dildos. Right?
Okay.
Cause I wanna make dildos. I wanna make dildos, and I wanna make a print of my.
Okay.
In the sex industry, I want to do that.
There's money in there.
No, it is. I be going to the museum and all that stuff. So I want to make a print of my vajayjay.
Okay.
And I want to sell it, right? So I be always talking to him because I'm building, in the sex industry so that I could be having it in the stores. And I bought a dildo, and I used it.
How was that?
Okay, well, it was cool, but I kept on thinking about that I was gonna get electrocuted. I'm not gonna lie, cause how it was like the funnest.
Right.
So I was going. I don't know how it worked, y'all. I always had the real thing. So I was just sitting there like, can the water and this work together? Like, how do they really?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's.
But
that
now
was the only thing.
Has this changed your perspective now, like
of men or dildos or what?
Toys. And men now. I'm
gonna be honest. The toys remind me of me. Like, I want the real thing. I can't get it rough from the toys. Like,
gotcha.
So it's
a difference.
It's a difference. It's not something I don't really like it like that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like it like that. It makes me be like, all right, it's given if I'm getting head or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's right. Yeah, no, but I definitely want to get in that industry because I have so many ideas for the sex industry.
Okay. Well, that's a good start.
My sexy out, so yeah,
that's a good start.
But yeah, that was the first, and I had to really think about it. It's a little, it's probably regular to a lot of people, but to me, that was a little bit embarrassing, and it was a little bit like super new because I felt stupid as dumb. I was like, am I gonna get electrocuted? Is this shit gonna give me cancer from the radiation? Like, I was thinking about mad stuff. It just took away from of getting in the mood. like, am I supposed to light candles or something?
She was more stressed.
I was stressed. I was like, is this supposed to release my stress? I need a man.
Yeah. Yo, that's hilarious. But you know what? You did it. But at least now you took the first step, right? She did it. She took the first step, guys. Now. Because it makes no sense.
Maybe I'm going to start answering my DMs now. And you know what? I always call Instagram a dating app.
Okay.
Because Instagram is a dating app, like on the low. I done seen a lot of people get together and look, Fat Boy got his wife from Instagram.
That's true.
That's a dating app. So, maybe
just be careful with those DMs, because these DMs be wild sometimes.
I
could imagine. You're the single one. I'm married, but I could imagine.
But I just got single, so trust me, they didn't care. Don't, as a married woman, right? You will understand. Don't you feel like you attract more while being in a relationship compared to being single? Like being single, you can still attract. But it seems like they want to test the waters more when you're taken.
It's crazy because when I was single, I felt like I didn't get like
Yeah.
like attention like that,
Yeah.
right? But then once people found out I was in a relationship,
It's like they
it was
extra
like,
nice or extra
right,
thing. You
I
be
was
like,
like, I think I'm in a place where I'm tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So even if it's right in my face, sometimes I pay no mind to it. That's just me.
That's
But-
what I was doing, but I was just feeling like, I feel like the disrespect is real.
No, it definitely
Like, you know what
is.
I'm saying? Like,
It
I
definitely
feel like the
is.
disrespect is real. And it's like, even now, like, a lot of people look at me, they be like, yo, I know you always going on that. I promise. Like, I get action. I'm not going to say I don't get action as far as people reaching out, always trying to still sending money.
Right.
But I don't go on dates. I haven't had no human interaction. 2023. I have not done any of that
After
stuff.
today, they're gonna be like this.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in your DMs because
they still be in the
no,
DMs,
they're still in the
right?
DMs. But knowing that you haven't had human interactions
I have not had
since
human
2023,
to the point I'm like, damn, did I remember how to do these moves?
I'm
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, but it's also, I'm not celibate. That's one thing. I'm not celibate though.
Okay.
So there's a possibility, you know, if I like what I like, we can do what we do. But I haven't ran into that yet. I haven't ran into that energy that made me feel like, okay, I want to go crazy.
Gotcha.
I ran into like, nigga, what?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
And then it didn't even get past to like seeing you in person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I do, the most will be like a quick text or maybe a FaceTime.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But like, all that, like, let's go on a date and stuff, I'll be like, all right, where we going? Because I've been to every restaurant you could think of. I've been to all the stores. I actually get free shit from the stores.
done.
I know the designers. What's up? Like, what we
Nah.
What is it? What are you doing? Can we go on a picnic? Can you do something different? Like, can you actually make me something? Because what? Like, but other than that, so it makes it easier to date.
I mean, I get it. I think I think you should do something with that.
You trying to start a dating show for me?
So
You trying to start a
we're not
dating
giving
show?
ideas out. Yes, no, but
Yeah.
I think definitely I think you should.
Dating the signature.
Right.
And listen, I don't discriminate. Except for I don't want animals. I don't do animals.
She don't care for dildos, by the way. Just
Yeah.
letting you guys.
I don't do animals.
She don't do animals. She don't care for electric shots. Nah.
That's a fact.
But I definitely want to say, yo, you're fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
Somebody gassed me. You know, Sway. What's not Sway in the morning? The guy that played, wow. Anyway, he's a comedian, right? Because I don't even want to mess with his name. But why he really was trying to tell me to come to his open mic to do a comedy show for 30 minutes? I said, bro. He was like, yo, you're mad funny. You should come up. You should do stand-up. He really tried to book me for stand-up.
Do
I'm
improv.
Like,
you should do improv.
I can do that, but it's like, I'm not, because that's the time I would be nervous. I have to just, like, do
Yeah,
it. I
right.
can't be, like, feeling like I'm going to go on stage. I'm going to look at the people and be like, bro.
Mad
I'm
awkward.
about to crowd search. Y'all better catch me. Because I don't know what to say.
Nah, man, but yo, you're definitely hilarious. I want to just say again, man, Sig, thank you for even being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for just sharing your story because, again, the fact that you don't give up, it's again, I just love stories like that because I can relate to it.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I've been in this fucking industry for years.
Yeah.
So I understand it. So to be honest, the fact that you're pushing past the pain and you're turning that negative into a positive, continue doing it.
Thank you.
And you know, you definitely have a fan in me. You have a fan in many other people. A lot of people are really cheering for you.
Thank you.
Let's continue making these positive moves. And you know, for those that are watching, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Okay, so you can go to thesignaturekiss.com. That's for my merch and makeup. You can go to SIGDATRIG on all music platforms, all social media platforms, which is SIGDATRIG. On Facebook, it's Sig White. on TikTok is Sig White, SIGWHITE. Shout out to Foxy Brown because she definitely DM'd me and told me to do China White over because my name is Sig White. So let me tell you, I be excited with the people that I like. Like that's like a thing for me. Like I would take that over like a million people on my show. Like somebody that inspired me to come to me and be like, yo, you're fire. Like, that's dope. You're dope. I'd be like, you know who I am? Like,
nah, that's dope.
Me?
Right.
So
that's
that's what I'm saying. Like, at times, I was talking to Ron Browse and he was saying, listen, like you just said, there's a lot of people cheering for me. And I'm putting my song Graveyard. I feel like I do this for New York, but I feel like New York don't know me. Right? That's how I ended the bar. And I have to understand New York do know me. There's other people in this game that do know me. They're just waiting. I feel like they're just waiting, like, so they could be like, yo, I told you.
Right.
I knew this was going to happen. You ain't need me. Like, you ain't need this. And I would say I do feel that. But, you know, when you in the struggle and when you, like, pushing them bricks, you like, damn, like, all I need is just for you to help me push and I could go faster.
Right.
And it's like, nah, God ain't give you that journey. This is your journey because my story, there's going to be many after me just like me. And they could be like, just like they could go to Nicki or Ice Spice and all of them and be like, this is their story and they could compare. There's going to be people that could be like, yo,
process.
SIGDATRIG did it this way so I could do it like that.
Right. This is part of your process.
Yeah.
This is your story, like you mentioned. This is your life. You know, like this is meant to be. Everything it's divine timing.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I truly believe in that. I truly believe that everything that's happening right now is because it's developing you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes
where is that though?
Yo, I don't even know. I have no idea. You understand?
Where am I going? Who am I becoming?
But I want to say, yo, shout out to everybody who's liking, commenting. There's no reason why you shouldn't be following her. All her information will be in the description box below. All you got to do is click on it. You understand? And y'all already know. Click like the click. You understand? And y'all already know the vibes, man. It's your girl V-Henny, man, the Artistry, and we out. Rock out with your cocks out. Jam out with your clam out. Wow.